Well, she's a rising Hollywood star with blockbuster movies to her credit. In her latest, she stars in a new version of the classic film, Shaft.
This is the private detective that I've been working with. He's also kind of my dad.
Shaft.
Wow. I'm sorry, I wouldn't know what you looked like because, you haven't shown up for the last 25 years.
Oh, beautiful and fiery.
What is he doing here, JJ?
He's helping.
Really? I doubt it.
Okay. Now that we're all acquainted.
I thought it was a good question.
Yeah, sure.
You okay?
I'm not feeling, damn, I kicked it too hard last night.
JJ, turning up on a Tuesday, huh?
On a damn Tuesday. Can you believe that?
No.
Boy's got more shaft in him than I thought.
Yeah, well, let's hope that there's a prescription for that.
Please welcome Alexandra Shipp.
Hi, Alexandra.
Now, watching that trailer, I just somehow knew Samuel was going to cuss. I just knew it was going to come out.
He's got a mouth on him. He does. You got to bleep out a few things with him, but it's always in good conscience.
Okay, so when you got this role and you knew you'd be working with him, had you met him prior to this?
I'd never met him before.
Were you intimidated by the fact that he would be in the movie, or were you like, bring it?
No, 100% intimidated. He is very intimidating, from his credits to his work ethic. I mean, he's very much so a force to be reckoned with. But, that type of pressure can either make you crumble or create a diamond. And so I was just trying to find my shine, honey.
Yes, dear.
I found my moments. I found my pockets. And,
you did in that clip.
You got to stay on it with him. He's very quick.
Yeah, so it's got to be amazing just to be a part of this iconic franchise. Richard Roundtree, original Shaft, is also in this film.
Yes.
Samuel in this film. Tell us a little bit more about it, because there's like 3 generations of Shaft in this movie.
Yes, well, what you're seeing is I think what a lot of people are dealing with today, which is your grandparents and your parents all have a specific way of moving about this earth. But millennials these days, we do things just a little bit differently. We don't like to speak badly about women in a misogynistic tone. We like to take care of our things. Samuel Jackson is always joking around about how Metro JJ, the son of Shaft, is. And I love that idea because you can't put a millennial in a box, honey. No. You can't. We won't let you do it. And it's really beautiful to see how that kind of correlates with the Shaft franchise.
Okay, well, I'm dying to know a little bit more about you because we said you're a rising Hollywood star. So you're originally from Arizona. Did you always know you wanted to act? I kind of have a feeling you had that outgoing personality since you were little.
It was definitely one of those things, yeah. Both of my parents are athletes and really about academia. And, I loved talking to people. I loved putting on shows. So they got me in theater when I was 10. And I started doing musical theater. I started playing instruments by the time I was 12. And by the time I was 17, I moved to LA, graduated early from high school and moved to LA.
Wow, and you played Aaliyah in the iconic film.
Yes.
And you actually played the instruments in that film as well, correct?
I sang in Aaliyah. You're thinking about Drumline. I drummed, but it was not good.
No.
At one point, the band was like, hey, can you just not hit the head? Because you're throwing everyone else off. And I was like, yeah, cool. So from here up, she's killing it. Stick tricks, killing it. What's actually happening is nothing.
There's nothing.
And then they'd cut to my hand double, who was this incredible girl from, she was going to school in Atlanta, Lace, what's up, queen? And she would be like, and they'd go back to me and I'd be like,
yeah.
Twirling the sticks and stuff, and it was a look.
Little Hollywood editing there.
Yeah, movie magic, honey.
Movie magic.
Yeah.
But was Aaliyah, was that role really your breakout role? Did that change the game for you?
I definitely think so, but it also changed my work ethic. On a movie like that, I had 2 weeks to prepare for it.
Wow.
In between Drumline, which was really interesting. I got off Drumline and then 2 weeks later ran up to Canada to do the Aaliyah. So during the weeks I was shooting and I was in every scene and I had all the lines. And then on the weekends I'd have about 16 hours roughly over the course of Saturday and Sunday, where I would be doing 4 hours of dance rehearsal and then 4 hours of studio recording. So I sang and danced in the whole movie, and
Wow.
it was all me, which was really exciting, but it is quite the challenge to be working 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I was so skinny. Super unhealthy, but you know, I was working. I was working hard for the money, honey.
You're not a stranger to work because you're also Storm in the X-Men films.
Yeah.
So you're known for that too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's pretty cool playing Storm.
I mean,
I'm
being a
gonna be
superhero,
honest with
right?
you. Yeah, and before my grandfather passed away, I was able to kind of tell him about how I made my own little bit of Black history, being the second woman to ever play the first Black female superhero, and it was really cool. He said it was out of sight. He was like, "That's out of sight," and I was like, "Yes, it is, Papa."
I would imagine you got to do a lot of research for roles, right? Every film that you do. Did you go back and watch the original Shaft, and what did you think when you watched this role?
Oh, totally. I mean, you have to go back, especially when it's something like Shaft that has a whole tone to it. And I was familiar with the franchise, of course, but like I was way too young for it. Like my parents had let me watch it, like they would be terrible parents like me. And so I went back and I watched it, and I loved it. I thought there was something so beautiful and strong about Richard and how he would take the matters into his own hands because no one else would do it. And that was so beautiful. And also I was like, whoa, we can't say half this stuff on TV anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the good old days were pretty interesting. And so now it's really kind of fun, and it made me really want to do the movies, was seeing how this next generation of Shaft is changing that narrative.
Right.
And we're more conscious about the things that we say and how we are presented to the world. And what's interesting is that JJ, who plays the young Shaft, he doesn't like carrying a gun because he doesn't like guns and he doesn't like what they represent. And I have so many friends who are like that, and I'm like that myself. And it's just really beautiful to kind of see this franchise evolve into something that I think everyone can get behind. Our parents are going to get the nostalgia, and the kids are going to get reintroduced to something that is more palatable for them.
Well, we're so glad to be introduced to you. Thank you so much for being here, Alexandra.